After you take down all your Halloween decorations and the pumpkins, it's time to let some other fall decor make its way into your home. Dan Miners from Studio Dan Miners is here to show you how to put together a fall topiary. Welcome back to the show.
Good morning.
These are so popular. They're beautiful. They warm up your home, and they last for a little while.
Yeah, they last for quite a while, actually. I mean, most of this stuff I'm showing you today is either preserved, dried. We do have a little fresh in here, but I mean, they're really simple to make.
Okay, why don't you show us how folks at home can make one?
Yeah, most of them pretty much start out with this core of foam. I mean, every single one of these has foam. You could also start out with something that's already pre-made, that's a stick, but everything we're showing you today, except for these little bitty guys.
Which are so cute.
Yeah, and they're for you and Michael.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you.
So really, all we do is we take this, and this is just a branch. You can grab it out of your backyard. You can go grab it anywhere. And you really just shove it in there. So, I mean, that's pretty easy.
That's it. Now, topiaries, you do see like just the one ball, or you see 3 balls, or you see like the cone shape. You really see everything.
Yeah, I love the cones this year. The double balls are a little bit more formal to me, but the single ball, like this one, I just love because it's just easy. And really what I would do is I would start out with this moss, because if you don't start out with the moss, then you have all this foam that's going to show through.
Okay.
And so really you just take the moss, and you take a little thin wire or thread. You can do anything you want. And you just keep wrapping it around. You want to cover the whole thing. And that just holds your moss into place.
Great.
You could also do like a greening pin or a piece of wire if you want to, and the wire will just sit there and you just shove it into the foam.
And now for folks, I mean, this is kind of messy, obviously. You can buy stuff that's pre-made and add things to it.
Yeah, that's a lot easier.
And kind of build on and add color. What are the colors right now that are really popular?
I mean, I love the hot orange. I love anything with the bright lime greens.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, what I love are the leaves in your yard. Now, these are not from the yard. But I mean, you have free leaves outside all over. So really what we've made with some of these other topiaries, we have just taken and applied leaves. We can just glue it, or you can spray mount it. These are all done with just hot glue. And then you could even do on this side, you'll see that we have something that's a little more of a shingle effect. And you just keep, keep applying the leaves from the bottom up. And then you can add a little something, and that you could turn into Christmas too.
Right, so it can kind of last a little bit longer through the seasons.
Yeah, just pull out the little fall balls, and you could stick in some like red balls or green balls, and then all of a sudden you have something a little bit more holiday.
And I love the color. You add the moss at the bottom, and of course here, then you know, a little bit more Christmas.
It's a little more crazy Christmas.
I know. I think it's great. It really is a great transition. Now, in terms of where you put these, most of them, are they better inside as opposed to outside on your porch?
Well, all of these are indoors. I mean, the succulents, these are artificial. You could put them anywhere, but you could put them on a screened-in porch or something. They'll last. What you want to do if you have an outdoor one, you really almost have to get the new plastic stuff or fresh. I mean, I would much rather go buy a beautiful fresh topiary.
And now, after you put the moss on, is there anything else that you would recommend adding to these yourself?
Yeah, then what you can do is either, let's say you want to use a succulent. All you do is, really, I would cut it down a little. I don't know if these clippers will cut this. Yep.
Perfect.
And then you just shove your succulent in, and you just want to make sure that they're tight enough. These are pretty heavy because these artificial succulents weigh a lot.
Right.
So you do need a little stability. I would definitely add some glue to this. And then if you really want these to last, just dip these in a little bit of glue, or you could go ahead and hot glue gun them. It's anything you want to do. But when we started something like this gets a little more complex.
Okay, now that seems like it takes a little bit of time.
Well, and Japanese lanterns, these are Japanese lanterns, and they're dried.
Okay.
And they're kind of in the tomatillo family. So inside there's a little bitty berry that you can see, just like a tomatillo.
Okay.
And you just chop off the stem, and then what we had to do is we just glued this straight on, but you have to paint the ball orange first. If not, you're going to see little flakes of
so you can see through it, and you don't want to see the white. You don't want to see the styrofoam. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Some great tips. We appreciate it. All right, let's check in with Michael.